Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. Tonight, we are going to be taking a look at another Scarlet and Violet deck profile. Tonight, we are going to be talking about a deck featuring Miridon EX. That's right, Miridon EX. Alright, electric or lightning is one of my favorite type. Well, it is my favorite type. As you see, I'm wearing like the electric type Pokemon shirt. I mean, mostly all the stuff I usually wear is yellow. I mean, come on, man. Favorite Pokemon is Ampharos. Let's go. But anyway, let's jump into this deck profile and show you what Miridon EX can do. We're going to start off with 3 copies of Miridon EX. Alright. This card is amazing. I wish I would have pulled one at the pre-release, but I did not. And nobody was trading one. Oh, so we have ourselves Miridon EX. It has 220 HP for an EX. All right. It has this amazing ability. All right. And what this ability does, it lets you search your deck for up to 2 electric type basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench and then shuffle your deck afterwards. So this is busted. It's literally a turn 1 battle VIP pass for electric Pokemon. It is so good. And like you just go Nest Ball, get this out, or Ultra Ball, whatever, get this out, and then search for 2 more electric basic Pokemon. It is so good. His attack isn't bad either. It does 220 damage, and then you can't use that attack next turn. But you have options to retreat this Pokemon in this deck as well. You know, which is very good. So, very good Pokemon, very good ability. He's going to be basically broken in the new Scarlet and Violet format. We are going to pair him with Regieleki VMAX. 3 copies of Regieleki VMAX. And 3 copies of Regieleki V. Now, we're going to talk about both of them. Alright. The Regieleki VMAX, 310 HP, so he's a little low for VMAX. Alright, but he's not in here really to like attack. He's really just here to sit on the bench. Now, what Regieleki VMAX's VMAX ability does is that all of your basic electric type Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage. So that's 30 more damage on top of what you're already doing. So Miridon's 220 will now be 250. You add another one, that's 280. So with 2 on the bench, you're hitting 280 right off the bat. So you're hitting V-Stars. You're clearly hitting over any EX Pokemon, just about. Alright. And then you have like a choice belt, and you can hit even VMAXs. You get out all three, and you're breaking the game. You're hitting high damage, which is very good. Alright. And you got the 3 copies of Regieleki V. Regieleki V is not too shabby either. Alright. You got this first attack, Switching Bolt. Alright, it does 30 damage. Yeah, 30 damage is a little weak. I mean, you could also boost that up with Regieleki V Max. Alright. But you've got the 30 base, and then you switch them to the bench with another one of your Pokemon. Alright. Now, what's key here is who you switch it out with. And later on in the video, or later on soon, we're going to show you what we usually in this deck would switch him out with that will lock your opponent for a good while. But his next attack, Lightning Wall, it does 100 damage. For lightning, colorless, okay? It does 100 damage. And during your next turn, you take 100 less damage. This Pokemon takes 100 less damage. So this basically prevents a problem for your opponent if they can't, get over this. Or if they can't get around him. They would have to boss around him or switch him out. Or they would have to just find a way to beat over that 100 damage just in order to get around this. So that causes problems for a lot of players too. A lot of Lost Box players. So that is very, very good. Next card is Raikou V. Raikou V is still a very good basic V Pokemon that can do decent damage. A lot of players are still filling their bench up, and Raikou V can take advantage of it. Alright? His Lightning Rondo is actually really good. I think that's its attack. No, Fleet-Footed. Fleet-Footed ability lets you draw a card once during your turn when it's in the active position, right? Yeah, active position. Okay. Draw a card, active position. Okay. And then his Lightning Rondo attack does base damage of 20, but 20 more for each Pokemon on the bench, yours and your opponent's. So it's still very good. It can still do a high amount of damage, and you can also hit for weakness on things like Lugia VMAX, water Pokemon, etc., etc. The Miridon V. It's in here for its ability. Play it from your hand. You can search your deck for a supporter, add it to your hand. Self-explanatory. Alright, this is the card I was talking about. When I was talking about switching Bolt, this is the card we were going to switch into. I was lucky enough to pull 2 of these in the pre-release. Alright, so we got Klefki. Alright, it has the ability Mischievous Lock. And it really is a mischievous lock. Alright. This ability, as long as this Pokemon is in the active position, basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, have no abilities. So basic Pokemon have no abilities. So this shuts off Comfies, this shuts off Cramorants, this shuts off any basic abilities. Any basic abilities. This can even shut off your own Miridons if you're not careful. I mean, just think of all the basic Pokemon abilities. Radiant Greninja, Radiant Charizard, all of them. Shuts them all off. Lost Box is really at a loss with this in the active spot. This is freaking crucial. Alright. We will never use this Joust attack. We will never use it. We're just going to use his ability. And his ability is broken. And switching out into him is very, very good. Very, very good in the format, especially early game. One copy of Radiant Greninja. Alright. We all know what Radiant Greninja does. Its ability, it's called Michael Long. Conceal cards. Discard a energy card from your hand. And you can draw 2 cards once per turn. Alright. This is a rule box Pokemon, so it will be shut off by Path to the Peak. It also will be shut off by Klefki. But you can discard an energy card and draw 2 cards. Good for drawing cards, helping you to set things up. Alright. On to the supporters. We have ourselves 4 copies of Professor Sada, Professor's Research. I was able to get these at the pre-release as well. Discard your hand and draw 7. They look amazing. Well, let's put this art in the front. This art is awesome. I like this foil. Three copies of Judge. I still gotta give me some Judges. But that's alright. We got good proxies. Three copies of Boss's Orders. We all know what Boss's Orders does. One copy of Arvin, and this is the full art. I pulled this at the pre-release, and I think it is so sweet. Alright, what this card does is this lets you search your deck for an item and a Pokemon tool card and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. I think it's really, really good. Yeah, very good. An item and a tool card. You can search your deck for a Choice Belt and a Nest Ball, or you can search your deck for a Sky Seal Stone and an Electric Generator. I mean, you know, any item and a tool card that you would like. Speaking of a really good item card, we have our four copies of Electric Generator. Alright. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 2 lightning energies from among them and attach them to one of your bench Pokemon. Any way you like. It's a very, very good card. Very busted in electric decks. And I'm so, so glad that electric type Pokemon are getting this boost right now. It just makes me so happy. Let's do this. 3 copies of Ultra Ball. Alright. Discard 2 cards. Search your deck for any Pokemon added to your hand. Three copies of Nest Ball. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards, of course. This is very good. This is coming back into play. I used to play with this card a long time ago, and I'm actually really glad it's back. Four copies of Trekking Shoes. Alright. Look at the top card of your deck. You can either choose to put it in your hand or discard it. If you discard it, you get to take the next card or draw the next card and put it in your hand. Very good for accelerating, you know, your deck, getting the cards you need, etc. 2 copies of Choice Belt. Now, there are a lot of Miridon decks out there that are not playing Choice Belt, but I'm playing Choice Belt because I wanna assure that I'm hitting the right amount of damage when I need to, especially on Vs. Even with Scarlet and Violet with the EXs coming out, there's still going to be a lot of Vs and VMAXs in the format, so I'm going to make sure that I'm hitting them. You know? One copy of Escape Rope. One copy of EXP Share. I might add another one in here, just so I could keep energies, just so I could keep another energy, you know, fresh on my Pokemon. You know, like when they get knocked out, you get the moving energy card from that Pokemon to the Pokemon EXP Share is attached to. So I want to keep the energy movement flowing, because this deck doesn't play Flaffy, so this is definitely needed. 1 copy of Forest Seal Stone. This is basically a mini Arceus V-Stars ability, except you only get 1 card. 2 copies of Beach Court. Alright. All your basic Pokemon at play, their retreat costs 1 less. So this is really good for Miridon. Miridon has only 1 retreat cost. So he's a GX basic. Since he's a basic, his retreat cost is now free with the Beach Court. There are also a lot of Pokemon in this deck that could also benefit from that as well. And last but not least, 14 electric energy, or lightning energy, as you want to say. I was lucky enough to pick up Scarlet and Violet energy at the pre-release as well. I mean, I literally got a whole brick of them. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we will do the layout. All right, guys, we are back. And look at this layout. Oh, man. This thing looks sweet. Right, you can see all the card counts, all the cards in the deck. All right. This deck is inspired by most of the Japan lists that are out right now, which is still very good. Japan is rocking something like this, with a few minor changes. I did add like the choice belts to the deck and things like that. Things to my liking, you know. But overall, yeah, I like it. I really like it. I will be doing more Scarlet and Violet deck profiles in the future, so watch out for that. Alright, guys, that is the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, mischief managed.